Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Real Sports Updates here. Back again with another video. Today's topic is the Khalil Mack trade. Khalil Mack to the LA Chargers. Um, so basically, the question that I pose is: does this trade make the Chargers a Super Bowl contender? And the simple answer to that question is not yet. Um, it's moving in the right direction. If you're the Chargers, you really have to upgrade defense, and that should have been the priority. As soon as the season ended, as soon as that game ended against the Raiders, defensive upgrade should have been a priority. And it seems that the Chargers are going to go in that direction this offseason, which is the right move. Um, but this Khalil Mack trade, it really does set the tone for the offseason, which, Charger fans like myself, and I'm sure the other Charger fans out there, we hope there's going to be a fruitful offseason, especially when it comes to the defensive talent, specifically speaking on the defensive line up front. Khalil Mack is obviously one of the best pass rushers in the league, and has been for some time now. So he is a proven commodity. Um, the Chargers do need to address the inside, though. They need to address the middle of the defense, the defensive line. They can do some upgrades at linebacker as well, too. But I do think that it sets a good tone for what the Chargers plan to do defensively. Now, there can be some arguments made about what the priority should be as far as the draft goes. Should they draft an interior lineman? Should they shore up the offensive line at right tackle? There's a lot to be said, but obviously, the Achilles heel of the Los Angeles Chargers was the defense, and specifically speaking, the middle of the defense, very soft inside, very soft, Charmin soft. Um, and you cannot expect to be in Super Bowls, let alone playoff games, if you cannot stop the run, and if you can't play a physical style of football up front defensively. So I do think that this really does set the tone as far as the physicality goes. The Chargers need to get more physical up there. There has to be guys who are committed to playing a physical style of football. There's some talent up there, but obviously they haven't been getting it done. And this was in my memory, this was the poorest Chargers defense that I've seen in a really long time. And there have been some bad defensive teams throughout the season, but this was probably the worst for me, just from the standpoint of they knew what they are, they knew what their Achilles heel was. Teams knew what their Achilles heel was as well too. So they game plan to run the ball against the Chargers. The Chargers knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it. So it really, really made, it really made for some frustrating games. Just from a fan perspective, and I'm sure it's got to be frustrating for the players as well too. That you are being tested, and at that point, you're it's like your manhood is being tested. I'm telling you what's going to come, and if you can't stop it, then you're just not up for the challenge, or whatever it is. Like it can't be great in the locker room, and it can't be great for morale when you're giving up, all of these rushing yards, and you were just, you're getting pretty much destroyed on defense. So now it's up to the offense. Now it's up to Justin Herbert to go out there, make a play, make big plays, and keep the Chargers afloat. When the offense, has cover for the defense, and that's really just not a way to win. Um, they knew that they had to get better, and I'm glad that they're addressing it. But I want to see more. I want to see more from Tom Telesco. Tom Telesco is a guy who has um, he's been hit or miss. Obviously, you give him credit for drafting Justin Herbert, drafting Rashawn Slater. There's other talented guys that he has, really, you know, deserve the credit for the scouting department and all that stuff. So you can give Tom Telesco credit for that, but there's been some big whiffs as far as free agency goes, as far as the draft goes. So I am not convinced that all of our problems are solved yet. I'm not convinced. I'm not there yet, but this is a good stepping stone move. I think the this really energizes the fans. This is something that the fans wanted to see. The fans wanted to see some star power, some more star power, and it's not just about getting stars. It's about getting stars who fit into the scheme that the Chargers play, and that also are they're not just stars in name, but they're stars on the field. And as a Charger fan, we've seen what Khalil Mack could do. He won several of our games when he was a Raider. He's a guy that when he gets hot, you got to double team him. He can easily go off for a 4 or 5 sack game. Seen him do it before, and he's very capable of it. And he also had one of his best years under Brandon Staley when Brandon Staley was the linebackers coach for Vic Fangio in Chicago. So there's some familiarity there. So hopefully Khalil Mack can you know, get back to his prime years. I think he is going to thrive in the defensive system that the Chargers have, and if he stays healthy, he can be primed for a really, really big year, Pro Bowl, All Pro type year. So definitely looking forward to it. It doesn't put the Chargers in the Super Bowl bubble yet, but very close, very, very close. And I think they're, you know, a few more moves away from really building a team that is going to be looked at as a competitor. So there's more moves to make, but great start to the new league year, great start to free agency, and this crazy period of player movement that we're going to see. So um, that's all. Just my thoughts on that trade. If you enjoy the content, please give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Definitely have more content coming out. There's so much news coming out. It's like a trickle down every single day. So I'm gonna try to cover as much as I can. Um, Sound off in the comments. Let me know what um, topics I should cover. Yeah, but that's all I got for today, guys. Have a good day.